Okay, I had a question for you because I don't know why I've been working like a lot this week, and when you're lifeguarding and you're just watching people and listening to music, you kind of have a lot of time to like just sit and think about stuff. So one of the things I was thinking about is like I was transporting myself back into my childhood, and I was thinking about the little things that as a kid, like gave you that serotonin of just like, oh, this is like one of the best like days of my life.
Serotonin?
Is that what it's called? Or like
I don't know what serotonin is.
Let's find out what serotonin. I've heard.
I know what melatonin
is. Oh my gosh. Serotonin meaning. Oh no, it's not. Nope. That's for sleep. Never mind. But
serotonin is for sleeping?
Serotonin is a chemical messenger that's believed to act as a mood stabilizer. It's said to help produce healthy sleeping patterns as well as boost your mood. Okay, so kind of. It gives you. Anyways, it's the level of like when something like happens. I'm talking about like the little things in your childhood where it sparked instant like, just level of, oh my gosh, this is like the best day of my life.
Like double rainbow.
Yeah, kind of like that. So I was thinking of like, yeah, like getting a present or whatever. I was thinking like the monthly or things that consistently happened as a child that were like once in a blue moon but happened. One of the things, and like I don't know if people can relate to this, I hope people can, is you remember when we used to like rent movies?
I was like literally in my head thinking of Blockbuster.
Bro, right?
I was literally thinking of Blockbuster.
Dude, it came in my head and I was thinking, I'm like, that was like the greatest feeling ever as a kid.
I was literally, and I was thinking about the Blockbuster popcorn and the the white cheddar shaker.
Yes.
Bro, literally, that's what I was thinking about as you were saying that.
There's in Barrie, we had one in Wellington Plaza called Bandito Videos. That was one of my favorite places to go. And like, it's because as a kid, there was the grocery store, and as a kid, you're not really excited about going to a grocery store. So when we pull into the plaza, I'm thinking, oh, we might get a chance to go to Bandito and get some movies. But sometimes it's not that. But when the moments it does happen, bro, oh my gosh, it felt like Christmas.
We used to do it often.
Really?
Yeah. Well, it was just me and my mom.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So like it wasn't right, and like so like what would happen is we probably go like every Friday or every other Friday.
Yeah.
We get maybe like a movie for us to watch, a movie for her to watch alone, and then a video game.
Oh.
Right? And that would just, bro.
Yeah.
I could smell the air of what that time of life felt like.
For real though, I remember just walking in.
It smelled cleaner.
That's a
like it just smelled like less polluted. I don't know why.
Yeah.
That's how I feel it in my head.
That's fair. I just remember walking in and it's just like a candy store, but it's just movies and TV and video games. And I'm just looking around just in awe. We didn't have when I was growing up, I didn't really have consoles, so the video game part wasn't really my thing, but like going to like the cartoon section of like TV shows and movies, seeing like all the Star Wars, the Marvel, and I was like, and then they got the free popcorn for like the little bags of it that you can have while you're looking for movies. So yeah, I'm in the same boat. We rented like 2 movies I think we could watch as a family. As you said, 2, like a movie for them that they could watch by themselves, and then like some cartoon movies and whatever. And like we knew it was only temporary for like a week, but it's that temporary feeling that just like, holy crap, like we have this in our hands.
It's funny, like as you say it, those are like the memories I want to be able to like recreate.
Yeah.
When I have kids.
Yeah.
Like another one I remember, a feeling would be in the strip mall, wherever the Blockbuster was. Sometimes, usually there'd be like a Baskin Robbins next to it.
Yeah.
or like some sort
okay.
of ice cream spot and like a pizza or whatever it is, right? And I just remember like a Friday night. It's the evening time. It's cool. The summer breeze is going through.
Yes, sir.
But
Yes,
you
sir.
still got a t-shirt and shorts on. And it's just a vibe, bro. Like,
Yeah, and that's for real.
holy, you throwing me down memory lane.
I know. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking about all the little I guess if I was telling like this generation, they would find mundane or whatever. But because we grew up in a different time, I feel like all these little things looking back were like some of like the best times.
Bro,
So
I'm realizing now how we're no longer a part of this generation.
Right?
Like, I'm at work and I work with a bunch of like 20 and unders.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
And like, well, I'll mention something to like maybe a server who's my age in reference to like something we grew up with. Yeah. And they'll look at us like we're crazy.
Yeah.
One guy didn't know who the Pussycat Dolls were.
Oh, no.
Like, I was like, what?
Not even one?
No.
Like, how you not know one?
He thought, I'm not going to say his name, but he thought that Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls was sung by the Backstreet Boys.
Oh, no. No.
I had to roast him for it.
Yeah. That's...
I just feel old. Like, why?
I mean, to be fair, they would know who TLC is.
Why not?
It's just...
But even still, if that's the case, I feel old.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
It's annoying.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I get that. So I was just thinking, I thought we'd talk about, like, just briefly, like, the little things that we had growing up that was, like, the best. Like, you brought up, like, the Baskin Robbins thing. That, I remember that, too. Like, doing, like Friday night summer ice cream runs. Oh, man. Those are some of the best.
Dairy Queen runs.
I did one this past summer because I'm, like, I was bored and I was feeling, like, nostalgic. And I told my parents and my brothers, I'm like, let's go get ice cream. We haven't done this in forever. I want to go get ice cream and just sit in the parking lot. That's all I want to do. So we went and we did it.
Bro,
I love those
you're
moments.
making me like, God, fam. I'm feeling it. Like, like summer nights at a Dairy Queen that has like a outdoor patio.
Oh, yeah.
That you can just kick it at. Just kicking it in general.
Yeah.
When you were younger, just felt different.
It felt different. It felt like there was no, like, you had not a care or problem in the world.
But honestly, like, I don't think it was that long ago. Because, like, even when we were at Highway, we used to do stuff like that. I think the pandemic has made us forget how not too far ago it was.
That's a really good point.
Like, when's the last time we as a squad just kicked it? Outside, not at somebody's basement. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's been so long since we just gone out. And I don't mean like inside a restaurant, like outside.
Yeah. And like all together for that matter, because we're in all different locations that it's been staggered.
I know.
Right? Like you've missed out on some of them and I feel bad because I'm like, either you were working or you just were in Hamilton.
I've been missing out, fam.
That's what I mean.
And then y'all send me snaps. That's not good friendship.
Okay, let's talk about this for a second.
That's not good friendship.
I am 100% agreeing with you there. I think a lot of people don't think... Question, I'm going to put this on Spotify exclusively. Is it okay if you're invited to something, but you can't show up, and then the group of people start sending you stuff about the time that you can't go? I don't think you should do that.
I hate that.
I hate it so much.
And then the excuse would be like, but I just want you to feel like you're included. I don't feel like that. I feel like I can't play. I feel FOMO. That's all it is.
That's the worst. I agree with you 100%. I never do that, and I never want that to happen.
Like, tell me about it later. Don't send me pictures of it.
While
you're enjoying yourself, and I'm just alone.
Like, or at work.
Oh man,
that's the worst. Yeah, I agree with you. But no, I agree. This pandemic has definitely, I think, taken away from. But yeah, you're right. It hasn't been that long. What has it been, like 3-4 years? Not even.
It's 3 years.
Yeah, that's nuts to me.
I think I just miss summer.
Yeah,
I think the pandemic feels different in the summer because you could at least go for a walk.
Yeah.
You know, with the summer weather. When it's the winter time, you can't like going outside sucks. It's cold. It's gross.
Yeah, it's
right?
true.
And I live downtown Hamilton, so that's gross to begin with. Add some gross snow, I'm staying inside.
That's true. I will say, what was it? I think it was the first year of the pandemic where everything was just closed. That summer, arguably for me, and I think I talked about this a while ago, was arguably one of my favorite summers I've had in a very long time.
Really?
Yeah, well, because I wasn't working. So normally in summer, I'm at a beach or I'm at a pool. So I'm like, I'm around summer things, but I can't participate in it or enjoy it as much as I would if I wasn't working there. So that summer, I literally went to the beach almost like every weekend just to enjoy. I went to just hang out, play lots of basketball. And was a lot of, and not work. That was a lot of fun. So that was arguably one of my favorite summers. But I agree with you as well when like the squad was still around, like fully in Barrie, and we could just kick it whenever. That was fun. That was a lot of fun.
I think finding or trying to find things to do with yourself when you hit our age is something that is not talked about prior to hitting our age. You know what I mean? Like so for example, when we were in our late teens, 18, 19, right?
Yeah.
We were in the same city. We're always at church Friday nights. We see each other all the time. Yep. Right? That was low-key our hobby.
Yeah.
Now, at 25 and up, everybody's going different directions in life. It's like you got to find some sort of hobby. You know?
Yeah.
That's not like a physical hobby. Now that's not like just sitting inside because it drives you nuts.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I agree. It's crazy. Like you have to really force yourself to find something is what I've realized. Is because as you said, because at 18 and 19, yes, you had very minimal responsibility, but honestly, you didn't really have a care in the world, so you could just go find all the hobbies you wanted to. But now, because you have other stuff like responsibilities, now you have to find, as you said, like specific.
You gotta plan your hobbies.
Gotta plan it,
right?
Yeah, I agree.
Oh man,
I agree 100%.
Life is a highway, bro.
Dude, you got me nostalgic. I got myself nostalgic.
You started this. What do you mean?
I know I did. I know.
Oh man, I feel it.
All right,
I'm thinking about the Baskin Robbins era, bro.
I know, for real.
For me, it was Marble Slab.
Marble Slab was like a treat. Like it was the once every like maybe 6 months for me.
Marble Slab is the greatest ice cream in my opinion.
I agree.
I'll fight anybody on that.
Yeah,
I'm an ice cream connoisseur.
That I will give you. Love ice cream.
I love ice cream.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I wouldn't die for it, but whatever's like right below, I would do that for some ice cream.
I will lose limbs for ice cream.
Yeah, like for real. Just tell me which one.
Yep.
I love ice cream.
Yeah, I agree. But I don't know why. I was thinking I was just thinking about that. I was like, yeah, that it's something I miss, that feeling. And when you brought up you want to share moments like that with your kids, I felt that. I was like, yeah, because that, as you said right there, that's in itself a hobby you have to put effort into, because everything is just so, like, for example, if I went to go rent a movie, that's not a thing anymore. So I got to find other means to do that. Whether it's like,
right. Like now renting a movie, you could still do it, but it's like, let's all sit at the couch and pick something.
Yeah.
But that feeling of like, we're going out to pick the movie.
Right.
And because we're out and we can only get one, we got to pick together. And if we pick together, we're all going to be invested together.
Yep.
Whereas like now it's like, I don't really like this. Let's find something else. And it's just, it's like kind of like what I was saying about Spotify and albums. How streaming music has taken the value away from albums.
Yes.
I think having everything on demand takes away, I'm not going to say the value of it, but it takes away the socializing part that we used to love so much.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
Like technology, although it's great and it keeps advancing, it's really like taking away certain things that were like key to the experience.
Yeah. 100%.
Like I miss Blockbuster. Why you bring this up? I'm upset. I'm mad, bro. This is stupid.
I don't know. That's what we do. We reopen Blockbuster, bringing the nostalgia back.
They should.
Honestly.
I don't think like my sister's generation would care.
No, they wouldn't.
You know, like for us, we'd be like, oh my gosh, like we would go do it because we remember what it felt like.
Yeah.
But they would be like, why would I go to Blockbuster when I can rent it here?
Yeah. Or just click a button.
You know, and the feeling is not there. So like they just wouldn't get it.
Yep.
That's so right. Tragic.
It's tragic. And that's why, as you said, you have to instill that some form of that kind of hobby of like bringing that level of connection back together. Mm-hmm. It's tough. Yeah. It's going to be interesting.
I'm thinking, as we're talking about this.
Yeah.
I think when the time comes when I got a family, right? Mm-hmm. I want to make sure that Friday nights is like a vibe night. You know, whether it's like whether it be we watch a movie and we do homemade nachos, or we play a board game as a family, or something. But like Friday night is family night.
That's awesome.
I think I'm gonna do that. I just decided. I haven't talked to Priya about it, but I'm gonna tell her after this. She'll love it.
That's awesome. Yeah, I know. I agree. I tried to make, or at least the five of us here, with the limited time we have now, because we're all going our separate ways. We try to find something to, as you said, like family thing, like to connect. So our thing is watching the Raptors. Mm-hmm. So like anytime they're playing. So like yesterday the Raptors played. We finished going to the gym, then we came here and we watched the Raptors. Today they play, I'm probably gonna watch it again too. Anytime they play, that is our gathering communion kind of thing and just hang out. But I agree, that's a great way to build like a good hobby. I like that. That's cool.
It's funny, you know how I always say I love aging? Like most people be like, I'm older, like whatever.
Yeah.
I love aging. I can say though, I think the one part I don't like is the feeling when everybody starts to like legit go off in separate directions.
Yeah, you and I talked about this a little bit.
Like aging, like 19 aging was different, right? Because I had my own car. I didn't have responsibilities.
Yep.
Right? So if everyone's like, if they tell me Thursday night, yo, Friday, we're going whatever, you coming through? I could literally hop in my car and go.
Yep. Be like, heck yeah, I'll see you there.
But it's different now. Like everybody, like not even just we're in different places. People are going to different cities and whatever it is, right? Mm-hmm. And it's like, dang, like this is life, bro.
Yep. We talked about this a little bit after. Yeah, it was like it's a sad but happy feeling, you know, which is always with like that. It's bittersweet in the fact that like we're happy everybody's moving on with their lives and building something for themselves. But at the same time, it's like now it's like we have to put so much more effort to specifically find time to hang out.
And I think this is like the turning point of whether or not certain friendships are kept throughout life.
Yeah.
Right? Because when people start going in different places, if you don't make an effort to keep that friendship connection, whatever, it's not gonna be the same.
I agree 100%. I think that like I even look back at not even high school people, because honestly I don't talk to anybody from high school except maybe one person. In my workplace, very like a limited amount of people, but even people who I like knew from church, like growing like at Highway, like now I don't talk to them. I don't really hang out, and that's not because I don't want to talk to them. It's just the level of relationship or the level of connection that we had because we were in person is kind of gone. So the effort there isn't there. So that I agree. It's the fact that now the friendship really will be tested in the sense that now you're separated. Do you still put the effort in, or do you kind of just move on?
That's so sad. Why would you just move on, fam?
I don't know. Not move on, but I mean,
it's
just
a camaraderie.
Yeah. Not move on, but just like not be the same as it was with in the vicinity that you had.
Because I mean, it's not going to be the same, easy. But no, it won't. I think it's just like effort in the sense of like, yo, we're going to actually plan a trip to go see each other.
Yep.
And like go and experience the patio again somewhere.
100%.
You know?
And I think, it's like, I've heard from people like who have like friendships like that because like people live in a completely different province, right? And it's the fact that they said it feels like a long distance relationship in the sense that it sucks, but when you meet, it's that much more sweet when you're all together. Like it's that much better.
What do you think is worse or harder to do? Long distance relationship or long distance friendship?
Oh.
Or what do you think would be worse?
See, my mind is going to like, I feel like in terms of a friendship and a relationship, like you should still somewhat the same. There are differences to them, of course, because one's a relationship, it's more intimate. But I think the relationship would be harder just from watching other people. But I don't think it would be any less difficult in terms of a friendship.
I think the friendship would be harder.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I say that to say, if it's a long distance relationship, then you're going into it with an understanding of mutual effort.
Okay.
You know? So if someone's not doing it, it's like, yo, this is not working. We end it.
Yeah.
With the friendship, it's not always said like, yo, I want you to still come and check on me, even though you're not here. Right? It's not always spoken about like, how are we going to maintain our friendship to the same level that it is when we're close in distance as opposed to when we're far. And in that case, when that doesn't happen and when that doesn't work, you end up like falling out from a friend.
Which there's history
as opposed to just breaking up with somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a really good point. Yeah.
I think the long distance friendship underneath to the core might be tougher.
Yeah. And I had to think, I just like, as you were saying that, I was just thinking of like some of my close friendships I had. And if that were to occur, that's,
like, bro, let's say you move to the States.
Yeah.
And we just like stop talking. Eventually it would be like, it would be gone. Right? Yeah. And I feel like losing a friend is harder than losing someone you're dating. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, that's a good, like, for example, I think one of the
because you don't go into friendships thinking about risk.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
Like, like you go into a relationship thinking like, yo, this is a risk. Like, it could or could not work out.
Yeah.
You never go into a friendship thinking like this could or could not work out. It's usually organic and it just happens. So it's like, yo, this is a vibe. We're homies, you know? And then when something like that happens and it's not the same, it's like, oh, dang. Wait a second.
Yeah.
Why do I feel this way? You know?
That's true. Like you and I said, like one of the great things about doing this podcast, it's nice that week to week we can just check up on each other.
Yeah.
It's a nice way to do that, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm not saying everybody start like if you want, start your podcast, that's fine. But I'm just saying find avenues and streams to do that. This is a great way to do it. Like that's why, like, even sometimes, because we tell ourselves, don't tell I want to tell them about a story or something that happened in my life, but I want to save it for the content. So there are some times where it's just like maybe like 3 or 4 days where we're not saying anything to each other. That's because of this.
And see, but I think if we didn't do the podcast, it'd be more of like a, yo, this just happened today.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. And that still happens from time to time when it's
the
just
things that I don't want to say on the pod.
On the podcast.
When I'm talking about y'all behind your backs.
Exactly. We talk about you.
When I talk about Joel and I don't want him to hear what I'm saying.
Oh, dang.
I'm going to mute my phone.
Well, we cut that bit out. Yeah, but yeah, that's so true. It's crazy. And I think that, like, and this is the level of like when you hit a certain age of like maturity or whatever, you start to notice these things. Because at 20, none of us were thinking about this. We're thinking, this is gonna last forever. We're on that high right now.
You don't think about it.
No, you
At
don't.
all.
And then you hit like, I'd say like mid to like late 20s, then everything starts coming.
I think it's like I think when you hit the end of the post-secondary age.
Yeah.
And like you're really start approaching life.
Oh yeah.
Because like even though like, I never went to post-secondary,
yep,
I still was like I was at home.
Yeah.
Like the stress of responsibilities wasn't as strong as like now.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. 100%. I agree. But talking about, this was the other thought that not thought, but something that occurred, is the thought, because you brought up raising kids.
Mm-hmm.
So this is so I had on Fridays I work and I'm a deck supervisor. So I have to make sure all my instructors are teaching the kids well. And it's various levels. So it goes from the little babies with their parents all the way up to like adults sometimes and everything in between. So there's a preschool level where there's at times the parents sometimes go in the water with them. And because of the pandemic, they have to up until preschool too. So there's this preschool class that was occurring and brand new family showed up. Middle Eastern Indian family showed up. And they didn't realize that the mom had to get in the water with the kid. And we're like, okay, so going forward, you have to get in the water. So for this day only, we're like, okay, put your kid in the life jacket and we'll put him in the water. So I didn't personally deal with this, but one of my other friends who was dealing with it told me about this. So, and I was witnessing it as well. The kid was just constantly crying, and not like just like angry, like screaming, possessed crying kind of crying, right? And we're in the open, like the room is very echoey, so everybody can hear this kid crying. And I'm looking at him, and so mom is coming over trying to calm this kid down. The whole ordeal of it, it's a half-hour class. As it ends, coworker comes up to me, tells me, so I'm trying to calm this kid down, and I asked the mom, hey, what do you do to discipline your kid? And then the mom responds, oh, I don't do anything. I just kind of yell at the kid until she stops crying. I yell at the kid so because if I match that voice, she'll be like intimidated and then she'll stop crying. And it's like, okay, so how do you like I just keep offering her things until she agrees or it just submits in the sense that like, oh, okay, I'm okay with this.
So I was like,
bribes him essentially. So like she was saying, it's like I put on cartoons for her all day and she just watches that and yada yada yada. And it's all these little things that she was just saying. Like this parent was not disciplining her child. She didn't teach this kid how to stop crying or anything like that. There's no level of discipline. So my thought was, and I see this all the time with parents who are, you're gonna have to bleep this out. Okay. I have seen parents that are just so by their kids. It blows my mind. Okay? There is kids in the pool. Pool time is over. Kids like, yo, I don't want to get out. The parents, instead of picking this damn kid up and taking him, they're trying to negotiate with this kid. I don't remember the last time that you
negotiated with your parents.
Yeah, negotiated with your parents, or B, thought your kid was bigger than you in some case. I don't know where this notion came from, but A, you are bigger than them. You are their boss. Pick the kid up, take him inside. And it blew my mind too, because I'm like, how we grew up. And again, I'm just saying, I don't know, but I know as specifically being in a house of immigrants and not white people, and I say this only because a lot of the parents are white. Okay. If you take offense to this, whatever, it is what it is. I see a lot of like our like immigrant parents, like they don't like you know you're going into the afterlife if you try to pull something like that. You are dying. It's over. It's a wrap. Okay,
Death
it's
is
gone.
upon you, fam.
For real, right? You're getting pulled by the hair. You're getting pulled by the ear. You're gonna get like for real. So I was thinking about this, and I was thinking, what has like I know I kind of have an idea of what has happened, but in terms of discipline, like what are your thoughts of discipline? In terms of like how you feel like you were disciplined and how you feel like you're going to discipline your kids. That was my thought.
Well, I think there's a fine line between discipline and just raising your kid.
Okay.
Like if the kid's crying and you discipline them, that's weird to me.
Okay.
Because why are you disciplining them?
For a feeling they have. Yeah.
Like if they're crying, figure out why they're crying and try to fix it. Yeah. If they're throwing a tantrum for something, that's different. Right? I think a lot of the immigrant parents, though, in their ways of discipline, did go overboard.
Yeah.
And I think that is what has caused the pendulum to swing the complete opposite way. Right? So it's like, oh, my parents were this, and that. I don't want to do that to my kid. I'm going to be my friends with my kid. I don't want my kid scared of me. Right? And in doing that, you miss the part where they're your kid. Like you're the parent still.
Yeah.
Right? So I think a lot of people don't really rate kids as human beings sometimes.
That's a good, okay. Yeah.
Like, I think a lot of, especially like from where we're coming from, not my mom per se, but like my grandpa's generation, I think they like view kids as just kids and not human beings with like brains and emotions and feelings.
Yeah.
Right? So I think what happens is the kids are born and the kids are cute, right? So when they're just babies, you just allow things because they're babies.
Yeah.
And then they hit like that 2 mark and it starts becoming cute.
It starts becoming a little annoying.
And then because you didn't start with anything, you're trying to like grasp at straws on how to deal with it. So you think, well, I'm going to yell at them. But it doesn't really work. Kids are like dogs, bro. Like legit, like you have to train them. You have to train them in how you want them to behave.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so yeah, I think community, like you got to understand, like your kid's a human. They have personality. Like even as babies, they have personalities. Right? So you have to learn who they are. They're people.
Yeah.
Right? It's like if you were a teacher and you had a classroom full of students, not every student is going to learn the same way.
Oh, 100%.
Right? So I think when it comes to discipline, not every kid needs to be disciplined the same way.
Agreed.
I was a kid where all you got to do is tell me it once and that's it.
Yeah.
You don't really got to talk to me numerous times. You don't really got to tell me like, don't touch that, don't touch that, don't touch that. I don't need to know why not to touch it.
Like you've told me, okay, I'm not stupid.
Right?
I'm not going to touch it.
But then there's some kids who have to learn by trial and error. Yeah. Right? Don't touch the stove. It's hot. Me? Cool. I believe you. Some kids, let me see for myself. Right? Yeah. So with different personalities comes different ways of disciplining. But
yeah, no,
but
I agree.
But to your first point though, you can't let your kids push you around.
No.
If if my kid is throwing a temper tantrum in Walmart, then I might throw a temper tantrum on their behind. Don't embarrass me.
And I agree. So I agree. I think that's actually a really good way to put it, because I actually talked to my parents about this, was being like, and hearing their stories of how they were disciplined. I agree. They took it too far to the point of, again, as you said, weren't treated as humans. And hearing about it, I'm like, yo, that kind of low-key sounds like abuse. Right? But I'm leaning to like it, as you said, it's leaning to the complete opposite spectrum where I've seen, and this is consistent, just parents just being like, okay, sweetie, what about this? What about this? Let's do this. Oh no, no, it's okay, don't cry. Why don't we do this? I'm like, if your kid is not behaving, treat it as such. Don't try to offer the different means of rewarding bad behavior.
Like sometimes though too, throwing a wrench in that. Healthy parenting takes two.
Yes. Yeah.
Right? And I know some people are gonna be upset, like, all the single moms. It's not what I'm talking about. But I'm saying, like, if you have two parents, and let's say the dad thinks his job is just to make sure there's a roof over everybody's head, and that's it. And the mom is now doing everything else in the housework. Disciplining is going to be hard to do. Because real talk, disciplining is basically training. Yep. Like, nobody says you discipline a dog. You train the dog. You're training a kid, right? So if the kid does something wrong, you correct the behavior, whatever. But like a dog, it takes repetition. Yep. It takes work to train somebody on how to behave. Yep. So if one parent is burnt out and that's the only parent that's responsible for disciplining, I get that it can be hard to discipline and how a kid can now run wild. Right? I've seen couples where I watch them how they discipline sometimes. Okay. And I've seen them where like the kid does something, whatever, and they just put them in timeout with no explanation. Right? Throw them in timeout. Don't do that. Boom. 10 minutes later, are you sorry? The kid, let's say like the kid's probably like 2. Right? The kid will be like sorry for, in their head they're like sorry for what? What? Like there was no sense of like discipline wrong. Comes with understanding. Yeah. Right? So training comes with understanding. If you're just getting mad at me and I don't know why, I'm not gonna be better. I'm just gonna be sneakier. I'm just gonna learn how to not get caught doing what I want to do. Yeah. As opposed to learning why it's not good to do this. You know?
Yeah, that's a really good way to put it, actually.
But
that's my thoughts. No, that's good. I was just thinking, because I was thinking going like for parents I see, I'm like, yeah, like I it could be the case of just it takes two, like to have a good like co-parenting thing in terms of not just one person focused on it. But yeah, again, at the same time, like I see a lot of times it's just kids just running over their parents like it's nothing. And the parents are just accepting because they don't want to hurt their feelings. And I'm like, what? When did this become a thing? Like I know
it might be embarrassment. Especially like if it's in public.
Do you think that? And that's true. My thought was like to properly like discipline someone has become embarrassing because they think it's like some people can take it as like, oh, you're abusing your kid. Oh, you're doing this. And I'm not talking about like literally like smacking their butt in front of everybody. I'm just talking about like talking to them in a stern voice or something like that. Not yelling at them.
And I think that's it because like you were saying, the woman said that her go-to is to match the energy and yell. Yeah, yeah. So if that's your go-to, that's not going to look good in public.
Correct. That's true.
Right? So it can be embarrassing when the kid's like carrying on in public and you can't go to your go-to because it's going to make you look wild. Yeah. If you'll look wild when you discipline your kid, you got to reevaluate how you discipline your kid.
That's 100%.
A lot of us were able to just get a look.
Yeah.
And we understood the point.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
My parents, the way my parents did it, so they knew that like none of us were gonna pull anything, and if we did, we knew there was hell to pay. Was like if, for example, like you said, we were going into a Walmart. They laid out flat what was happening. It's like we are going in, we are gonna get some things, we're gonna buy some groceries, we're leaving. We're not gonna complain about no buying toys. You're not gonna complain about no getting video games.
Why not?
That is that's right. We get the complaining out in the car.
I'd be like, can I at least look at them?
Yeah.
That's what I would do. Can we just go look at the toys real quick? And then when I get her in the area, be like, oh, Mom, there's only one of this one left.
Can I get this one?
Please? I'll do the dishes.
But yeah, that's how they laid out because like you're not pulling anything in there. You can pull everything you want here now, but when we get inside, all bets are off.
I think I tried it once in my life.
I
don't even remember. My mom tells me this story.
Okay.
But I think I tried throwing a tantrum once in Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she like put everything that she had in the cart back. She said, "Here," and it took me out. And I think it was in that point I became good at negotiating.
Oh my God.
I started hustling, you know? That's when I started saying things like, "Can we just go look at the toys?"
Oh man.
You know what I mean?
This man was a 6-year-old G. He knew what he wanted.
You remember that show Recess?
Yes.
Remember Hustler Kid?
Oh, was that you?
That's me, fam.
Oh my God. This man knew.
I just learned that the tantrum wasn't it.
Yeah.
I got to be smarter with how I bargain.
You knew how to play the game. That's
right?
funny.
Say I'm going to do the dishes and then when the time comes, be like, "Mom, I love you so much. Your hair is so beautiful." I start just,
Hit her with the compliments. Buttering her up.
And just like that, I'm out.
Oh man. But yeah, that was my thoughts about just like people like today just disciplining. Right?
I think a lot of things about parenting too was that there was a community of parents parenting the same community of kids.
Explain. What do you mean?
So like me and my homeboy Philip.
Okay.
Grew up together.
Yeah.
And if he like, it wasn't like we were doing something bad together and only he got in trouble by his parents and I got in trouble by mine.
Ah, got it. Okay, now I get it.
If we're both doing some stupid ish,
yeah,
and his mom sees us both, we're both getting in trouble.
Yep.
Like there was a respect from parents. Like they say it takes a village to raise a child.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't think that's a thing anymore.
No, because nobody wants to say you can't parent my kid.
Like don't talk to my kid that way.
Yeah.
Right? And so like in a case like yours where you're working with kids, I think maybe a decade or more ago, there could have been like if you see a kid that's misbehaving, you can discipline them. You can you can reprimand the kid, just like teachers.
Yeah.
Like that. Like my mom was an ECE, so she worked with a lot of like little kids. Right?
Yeah.
That are in the age of like bad. And when she was doing that, there was room for her to reprimand the kids. Nowadays, you reprimand somebody else's child, you might get fired.
Well, exactly. The like perfect example is if I'm teaching lessons and a little kid is not listening or swimming off, I put that kid in timeout. I'm like, sit on the side. I'll come back to you in a second. And I come back and like all the parents are watching up in the gallery. So I get the odd time. I remember like a parent came in. It's like, "Why'd you put my kid on the side?" Because your kid was not behaving. And he's like, "Okay, well, if he's not behaving, but he can still do the skill." I'm like, "No, if he's not behaving, he's putting everybody else at risk if he does something stupid. I'm not doing that to the other kids." Right? So like it's those situations where, yeah, it's a 50-50 because like it's your job. But at the same time, parents can get really pissed if you're trying to discipline their kids.
Right? And it's because they don't discipline their own kids. Like I plan when I have kids that all the homies are gonna be like my kids are gonna know like if you're at Eliott's house or if you're at Joel's house or whoever's house, don't like like you're not free.
Yeah.
It's not free out here, fam. Like, just know we got a group chat.
yo, your kid broke my vase. What you gonna do?
Like, it's true though. I don't expect you guys to beat my kids because I don't plan on beating my kids. But what I'm saying is like, if you guys have to reprimand my child and they're in your care at the moment, that's what it is.
Yeah, 100%.
And it also teaches kids respect for other people.
For other people, 100%. Respect the elders, absolutely.
Not even just elders, just people who are not
or just
in
people,
like your people. You know?
Yeah, okay, that's fair. I had one of the
I think that's a big part of why like my grandpa generation was the way they were, was because in their head it's like respect your elders because they're your elders.
Okay.
But kind of like I was saying, kids are humans. You got to earn respect at the same time from the kid. It's a balance, bro. It's a whole balance.
It's a delicate dance. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. I had I had a really funny, because I saw two kids. What was it, last week? They were brothers and they were drowning each other.
What?
And I'm like, you guys, they were literally like, one was jumping on top of the other, and like, this kid can't swim. So I'm telling both of these guys, stop it, enough.
Oh gosh.
And the mom and dad come out, and the mom and dad it's like, hey, do you speak Spanish? I'm like, yes. And they're both Spanish. So they start mouthing off to me about their kids in Spanish. And it's like, stop, don't let them kids do that. You have every right to separate them and discipline them and do that, everything you need to do. I give you full power. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
It's so funny. But yeah, I agree. There should be some level of being like, no, you are in the care of somebody else. Respect that. Know that you can't disrespect somebody.
No.
100%.
And if you do, there's consequences.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. But yeah. I was I don't know why. I've been on a documentary kind of binge.
I've been on a zombie binge, bro.
Zombie binge. Because you said you were watching The Walking Dead, and then what else have you been watching?
This show on Netflix called All of Us Are Dead.
All of Us Are Dead, the new Korean one. Yeah, I've been meaning to watch it.
I watched it in Korean too. Like with the subtitles.
Let's go. I have so much respect for you.
I binged that in 2 days. It's good.
Really? Okay,
it's really
I'm gonna
good.
watch it.
I loved it.
I watched a documentary called The Tinder Swindler. Did you hear about this?
I heard about it.
Okay. So this is I found the documentary very fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's crazy. So the premise of the documentary is how, you know how usually we hear a lot of females like gold digging like very rich males?
Mm-hmm.
This is the opposite. So this is a bunch of like very well established females who are on Tinder.
I think I heard about this story.
Yeah, they swiped on this guy who pretended to be the son of a diamond billionaire. That he was like tied and he had so much money and whatever. So he played the role really well. Like he had private jets, he had Rolls Royces, like everything like that. But what they came to realize is that like he created a story of being like a dangerous, to the point illegal kind of diamond dealer. So he was into a lot of violence or whatever. And that's how the women saw that. And he was dating a bunch of women apparently at the same time. And so what happened is that, he made up the story of, my credit card or whatever got canceled. Can you spot me some money? And these people are like dating this guy at the time. So there's a level of trust already. It's like, I know this guy's rich. I know he's good for it. So they're saying, I'm going to pay you back. So essentially what he does is he gets the money from the women or from a woman to use that money to take other women out and use that money on other women.
My guy said reduce, reuse, recycle.
Recycle. So that was his scheme. He did that the entire time. I won't spoil it because if you want to, it's really good. It's really good. But they did that. And like, so my thought was, it's like, okay, we hear about women doing this all the time, but this is the first time I've actually heard a guy do this to women. Like genuinely hear this. Huh?
Gold digging?
Yeah, like in the sense of like this kind of like caliber. Like we hear stories all the time of like women like either trying to impregnate themselves to become like somebody like sugar mom in the sense like to get money. But this is the first time I've ever heard like something of this notoriety of like a guy like swindling like women. And these aren't women who are like party women. These are like established women with good careers.
Well, that's why you can't really swindle a partier. There's nothing to swindle.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So I was watching and I saw reviews of this and I saw people talk about it. A lot of people were like kind of dabbing this guy up a little bit, being like, hey, fair play. And I'm like, guys, really? Like, why are you condoning this? Do not condone this.
Oh my God.
But they were trying to look at it, as I was saying, the point of view of, okay, if women can do this and get away with it, why can't men do this? And I'm like, that's such a dumb analogy of just assuming that anybody doing it is okay to do it.
Yeah, why not it just be wrong?
Wrong,
across
period,
the board.
Right? Exactly.
For everybody.
But the reason why, and they said like, oh, it's wrong across the board. So I'm like, why are you bringing it up? But then the reason why is because they said that point is that they see so few men try to do it that they're kind of low key praising it because they're like, finally, so one of our guys did it.
That's trash.
That's dumb. That's so trash.
I can't. I can't support that.
No, not at all.
That's trash.
So that's what I was saying. So that was the whole thing. But it shows like the dangers of like what you see on the internet versus what you'll get in real life. Essentially catfishing. But this is like catfishing on a whole new level, right? So, and
I mean, it's like them African princes.
Yeah, send 50,000 and I will make you a king.
Priya gets a lot of them in her DMs.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember she told me about one of those. That's funny.
African prince.
But yeah, watch the Tinder Swindler. It's actually really good. It's done very well.
Tinder Swindler.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's trending right now. But yeah, it's a crazy story, and how like the way like these women like were describing it, everything like this felt like genuine to them. Right? So it's nuts. So, but yeah, definitely give it a watch.
Jeez.
That was one of the watches.
What a savage.
Yep.
My guy my guy took money from Mary and Kate to pay for Ashley, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's bars. That's a bar right there. Oh man. But again, on the topic of dating, or I guess sort of, Valentine's Day. We wanted to talk about this.
Valentine's Day. That's TIN, not TIM. For all of you illiterate people that say Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah, Valentine's.
You're trash. Go read a book.
Yep.
I hate that. Yo, you know who says that?
Who?
Chris Brown song, Deuces.
Valentine's?
Yeah. If you go back and listen to that song, it kills me every time. Tyga.
But is it a play on words or is it just him not?
No. Tyga. The first bar is used to be Valentine's together all the time. He rhymed times with time. It could have worked. He could have just said tine.
Yeah, and he would have said it so fast and so smoothly that it would have made. Oh wow!
I hate it. Like I love that song, but whenever that verse comes on, I'm like, bro, why are you saying that?
Why are you illiterate?
Stop it! Don't say that. Holy.
But anyways, you want to? There you go. There you go. Let's go. I've been teaching EJ a little bit of Spanish slang.
Si, senor.
Si, senor. Anyways, Valentine's Day. I wanted to talk about it. I know we brought it up, I think, a year and a half ago or something, but you wanted to talk about, like, is it specifically, like, for guys or for girls? Like, what is Valentine's Day now?
Where did Valentine's Day come from?
That's actually a good... let's see. Valentine's
Like,
Day.
who started this?
Let's find out.
Was it the chocolate companies?
No. Okay, so that's what I said. The Legend of Saint Valentine. The history of Valentine's Day. It's a month of romance, and that Saint Valentine's Day, as we know it today, contains vestiges of both Christian and ancient Roman tradition, and how to become associated with. It's just a pagan festival to commemorate the anniversary of Valentine's death or burial. Not really saying what the heck. I need to know. Tell me what it is.
What is this you're reading, bro?
I know. For real.
Whose death are we celebrating?
Saint Valentine.
Is that Cupid?
I mean, I see Cupid's here, but I think so. It's originated as a Christian feast day honoring one or two early Christian martyrs named Saint Valentine. And though later folk traditions has become a significant cultural, religious, and commercial celebration of romance and love in many religious worlds.
How? Sweet. How we get from here to there?
I don't know.
That's so weird to me.
Yeah, there's a number of martyrdom stories associated with various Valentines connected to February 14th, including an account of the imprisonment of Saint Valentine of Rome for ministering to Christians persecuted under the Roman Empire in the 3rd century. According to an early tradition, Saint Valentine restored sight to the blind daughter of his jailer. Numerous later additions to the legend have been better related to the theme of love. An 18th century embellishment to the legend claims he wrote the jailer's daughter a letter signed "Your Valentine" as a farewell before his execution. And then another edition says that Saint Valentine performed weddings for Christian soldiers who were forbidden to marry. So I guess it's surrounding him and like a lot of stories and stuff about love, I guess. That's why it's Valentine's Day. So I guess it's based off of him, Saint Valentine. So we talked about it. It's like, what is like today? So what are your thoughts, I guess? Because you were the one who wanted to talk about this. I don't know what kind of like questions or whatever you have for it.
Well, like, do you care about Valentine's Day?
No, I never have.
Do you think you will?
No.
Really?
Maybe not. I don't want to speak too soon because I'm not in a relationship to feel anything like that, but I don't know.
So
not really.
When Valentine's Day pops up and you got a girl,
yeah,
you're gonna tell her we don't do this?
No, not in that sense. I think up until now I haven't had a feeling. I just don't care about it because I think stereotypically for society it is surrounded around couples and relationships. So I haven't had a need to really feel a way about Valentine's Day. I think it could change. Absolutely. It probably will if I'm being honest.
Who do you think Valentine's Day is for?
I think, like, again, as a single person, it is mostly for couples, I think.
That's annoying. Boys need love too.
That's right.
You know who could really find huge success in Valentine's Day? Video game companies.
Do tell. Explain.
Valentine's Day deal for the girl to get the guy a game.
Oh. That's it. Well, I know there actually, let me see.
Foot Locker.
Yeah.
I just feel like, I don't know. It's one of those holidays where it's like, why are we why is this day the day to do something special? Like, why can't it just be all the time? If you're in a healthy relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, what has your experience been with Valentine's Day? Because you and Priya have been together. So, like, you've spent how many Valentine's Day now? Like, is it what? 3?
Oh,
2?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know how long we've been together. Don't tell her.
Yeah, that's okay. She won't hear this.
I don't remember what year it was when we started.
It's all good. But my point is like, okay, so for example, Valentine's Day comes around for you. I'm assuming you're in the mindset that you do want to do something for your girl.
Yes and no.
Okay, explain.
Yes, because that's fun to do. Like, you know? No, in the sense of like, I want to do something for us to do together.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I think
Yeah.
I think Valentine's Day is supposed to be about the couple equally. And not like it's a day for girls to get spoiled.
Okay.
But I think it's a day for girls to get spoiled.
You think so?
I think that's how it's portrayed.
Yeah, like the guy has to show like the chocolates, the flowers. Okay.
Like, I could be wrong. But like, what do girls get guys on Valentine's Day besides?
If you know, you know.
Insert bleep.
Yep. Yeah. Good point. I mean, again, I would probably. Yeah, that's a good point.
You start dating Eliott. Valentine's Day pops up. Are you expecting something?
Weirdly, no.
And that, to me, that's messed up.
I think like for the guys, the majority, if I had to guess, like the only expectation being like we're going out to dinner together. But there is, I guess, as you say, a quote unquote societal expectation for you gotta buy something for the girl.
And then I think it's silly because we're in this day and age of equality.
Yeah.
But then you have these these holidays that don't fit. So it falls into like the pick and choose of like what we want to fight for, what we don't. You know?
Yeah. It's very true. Yeah. So, okay. So then, because you talked about then, you said, I could be misquoted, but you also said it should be for single people too.
I did?
Did you? I don't remember. I thought you said that. Why isn't it for single people? It has become a new norm thing for single people to celebrate Valentine's Day, but I've never seen the point. Like,
I don't think there's like, I might be different, bro.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't think there's anything wrong. Like, let's say like you have two single friends.
Yeah.
Who are not dating. They don't plan on dating.
Yep.
I don't see why they can't be each other's Valentines.
Heck yeah.
I don't see why not.
No, I don't either.
You could be like, hey, do you want to be my Valentine? Let's go watch a movie. Let's go get dinner.
Yeah.
Like, there's no pressure of like,
yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Because if we're celebrating love, love isn't exclusive to romantic.
Right? You can love your friend. Yep.
I don't know. I think it bugs me because it falls into the category of all the stupid things that society tries to brainwash us with. And I just don't like it.
Yeah. I'll give you that.
And I'd be petty. I'd be like, yo, let's go celebrate February 15th instead.
Monday? No, we going on a Tuesday.
Yeah, on a Tuesday, man.
We're waiting for 12 o'clock Tuesday.
I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. I'm like, it falls into the category of one of those holidays where you feel like you have to do something because you just have to.
Yeah. It's like Christmas.
And to me, if it feels like you have to, it takes away from you just wanting to do something.
Yeah, like you said, I remember, like we talked about Christmas being like Christmas, the expectation of buying a gift. No, I want to get you something.
Yeah,
the need is to get it.
All these holidays upset me.
Do you think for you, your mind changed about Valentine's Day like before you were dating versus when you dated / married Priya?
No, but luckily, like when it comes to like Valentine's Day, she doesn't like expect me to just give her stuff. Like it is more mutual. Like we do things together.
Yeah.
But did it change? No.
Okay.
I mean, when I was younger, Valentine's Day used to be like, yo, okay, today's the day. I'm gonna tell my crush what's up.
Let's go.
You know what it is. I'm about to give her this. What are they called? The cinnamon hearts.
Yeah.
You know, listen. Valentine's Day used to be stressful.
Oh yeah.
I used to get Valentines a lot, right? But I used to get a lot of anonymous Valentines.
Oh, you were a player.
No, I don't know who gave them to me.
Oh, boo! Damn, I thought you knew.
I got some that were from people like I knew, and I was like, oh dang, okay. That's how you feel. That's how you feel. All right.
Okay.
Let me send you a little candy cane coming your way. You know what I'm saying? But then I would get like a couple anonymous ones, and my head goes immediately defensive. I'm thinking this is the homies trying to play with my emotions right now.
Oh,
right?
Why you do me like that?
But that like Valentine's Day, I don't know. Like it's one of my. It's like I think it's my least favorite holiday.
Halloween.
That's not even in the books for me.
Okay, never mind then.
That's not in the books. That's not a holiday. That's devil. That's evil.
Evil. That's weevil.
Oh man. Dead. I'm sorry if you celebrate Halloween.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm speaking for myself. Do you, fam?
But yeah, no. I like for me, Valentine's Day has never like it's another day. And I agree. Like, I don't know when I get into a relationship, like if that will change or if it'll be the same. But I like the way you thought of it, where it's not about like the gifts you give people. It's more of like the things you choose to do together. That's the more fun part.
Like,
I agree.
Like, I wish the marketing for Valentine's Day was different.
It has changed a lot.
Has it?
And it's changed, but like not in a way that's like enticing for people, because what they're trying to do, and I searched it up because I was just trying to see news on Valentine's Day to see if there was anything specific we could talk about, but it's like commercials of like, oh, if you're together or if you just broke up with somebody or if you've been single forever, but it panders so much to the point that it just feels forced that I'm like,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, especially living in today's age where dating is so weird. Like Valentine's Day is weird to me. It's a weird holiday to me.
Yeah.
It's just weird. I don't like it. And it's right after the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's true.
Like,
yeah.
I think the Super Bowl is winning. I'm sorry. I don't.
It's facts.
Not for me personally, but I just.
No, I don't.
I've spoken to a lot of guys this year. Super Bowl is winning.
Yep. Sorry. I don't even keep up with football, and I will choose Super Bowl. I'll eat the food. I'll do everything. But yeah.
See, dang, you got me in my feels again. I'm thinking about all those Super Bowls we used to hang out together.
Oh, dang, man. Full circle again.
And we can't do it. Jeez. The food was blessed, bro. All the nachos, the hot dogs, the chili. Bro.
Okay. Nope, we don't talk about
Fab.
If you know, you know.
Only Joel.
Talking to you, Joel.
Only Joel.
Yo, this chili is blessed. This is the best chili I've ever had in my life. I'm dead. But anyways, if you have a Valentine, enjoy. Happy Valentine's Day. I mean, this episode is out the day after Valentine's Day, so.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's on the Tuesday.
All right, who do you think's gonna win the Super Bowl?
Oh, that's a good question.
Oh no, that's my question of the week.
Okay, all right. Well, anyways,
wait. This is coming out after the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Dang it, I can't.
So they already know. Never mind. Okay, but if I had to get, let's predict right now. If I had to, I want the Bengals to win, but I don't really care.
Who's in the Super Bowl?
Bengals and the Rams. Odell Beckham is on the Rams. That's the only notable person that I know of in football.
Guys, I don't follow football at all.
I don't. My brother Daniel does, and he's probably listening to this and being like, "Y'all are stupid." So I'm like, all right, I will take that on the chin. I'll choose the Bengals.
I'm gonna say the Bengals because I like cats over Rams.
All right.
So Bengals.
The only Ram I like is in my computer. All right.
Bruh.
Yep, that's a nerd moment right there.
I'm gonna add the bruh sound.
Bruh. Yeah.
Jeez.
But anyways, it is time for question of the week. Question of the week.
Didn't I come up with one before we started?
Yeah, you did, and you said, "Oh, I got one."
I forget.
You didn't.
Did I tell you what it was?
Nope.
I should have.
You told me you didn't want to do the one is Valentine's Day just for guys and girls, and then after that, you told me nothing. You're like, "Oh, I got it." You had a lull.
I should have told you because I don't remember what I said.
You should have. You should have.
It was good too.
This is the part of the show where we improv and EJ kind of comes up with it on the spot, unless he remembers what he originally thought.
All right, hold on. Let me get in my bag real quick. Give me a sec.
He has a physical bag.
Let me think.
He's looking.
Let me think.
Oh, I kind of have one.
All right, go for it because I ain't got nothing, bro. I'm blank.
All right. Question of the week. What is the thing, like, as a child that you found the most nostalgic? That thing that brought you to, like, that gave you that level of, like, excitement? Help me word that better.
What was your most fun, nostalgic activity as a child?
Ooh, that's a really good way to put it.
What was your reminiscing vibes?
Yeah, mine was the video store. That was mine. Yours was the ice cream.
I mean, I got a lot.
I got a lot too, but
I think I'm just gonna say summer evening, summer nights. There's a lot for me, bro.
Yeah, there's a
lot. Like Saturday morning having the window open. Just the smell of summer, like summer air with the window breezing through and the house is clean.
Yes, sir.
Bro.
That's good.
Riding bikes around the city with the homies.
Ooh. Oh, you got to ride around the city? I only got to ride around.
Bro, you want to hear a joke? So one time,
all right,
we were trash.
Okay.
So one time, I'm kicking it with the homies. I'm not going to say their names.
Okay.
But riding our bikes around the city. And we used to just pull up on people. Like that was like that was back in the day when like you could just do that.
Okay, yeah, right? Yeah, you can't do that now.
So this day was crazy. So started out with me and the homies. We have this one girl in our class. I'm not gonna say her name either, right? But we know where she lives. We're like, yo, like, let's go pull up on her, see what she's doing, see if she wants to hang out. Ride our bikes, get to her house, right? She's like, no, I'm not going anywhere with you guys. Sends us away. We're like, I bet, whatever.
Rude. All right.
So we skirt off on our little bicyclettes, and we're like cussing her out too. We're like, yo, this girl's stupid. What's wrong with her? You don't want to hang out with the man dem? Like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, for real.
Right? So my one homie's like, you know what? I'm gonna go tell her. Turns his bike 180, goes all the way back. So we're waiting like at the end of the street.
Yeah.
Maybe like 30 seconds pass. This guy's speeding back towards us. And he's like panting. He's like, yo, we gotta go. I'm like, why? He goes,
what happened?
He goes, yo, she was just sunbathing.
Oh my God.
He's like, I saw her boobs.
I saw boobs. How old were you?
Oh, we were like grade 7, grade 8.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the correct reaction.
Oh man, we died.
That's so funny.
Man, it was so funny. My guy saw her boobs and then took off.
My guy, y'all running up like the kids from the Sandlot on your bikes and be like, yo, I saw her boobs.
Bro, guy started describing it in detail. It was crazy. That was our 8th grade life, bro.
That is very funny. Wow, that's great. All right, but there it is. Question of the week. If you guys could tell us one nostalgic childhood memory that you have, let us know.
And if it's fire, if it's a fire memory that I relate to, you're getting a shout out next episode.
Oh, there you go.
If it's trash though, I'm not even gonna acknowledge it. If you say like math tests in grade 7, I'm gonna be like, block,
delete,
Control Alt Delete. Get out of here.
Oh my gosh. But anyways, guys, if you got questions, topics, comments for us, you can DM us at conflict and interest on Instagram. As well, you can email us at conflictandinterest@gmail.com. Follow on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts as well. Leave a written rating on Apple Podcasts. Really does help boosting promotion and advertising for the show. As well, we're on YouTube. Full visuals will be up there, as well as chapters for whatever we talk about. Subscribe there, like, comment, whatever. And then, EJ, where can they find you at, man?
Instagram, this is Juan96. That's it.
Yep. You don't got his number, don't call him.
905, you ain't gonna get it. Bro, I got nostalgia of high school when we used to rob people's poutines, bro.
I'm sorry, what? What? You robbed people from their no.
I didn't do it, but the squad I was with, they did it.
Oh, so you were just an accessory to the fact. Okay.
They're like, yo, listen. We had a squad of black people. We were the only black kids in the school, so like we stood out.
Okay, fair enough.
And this one guy, he was in grade 13. We used to call him Midnight because
I got it. We got it, Mike.
Right?
Yeah.
But he was like, if you didn't know black people, you'd be afraid of him.
Damn.
Cause So he was big, just strong looking.
Yeah.
And our school was attached to a community center. So we had a little cafe that sold like good food. And they used to sell poutines. $10 poutine, but it was huge. Like paper plate, they pile it up 3 inches high of just poutine for lunch. It was worth the $10.
Yeah, that's blessed.
And this man, used to pull up on the little white kids. And I kid you not, take his whole hand, put it on the poutine, and just take the fries and keep walking. Fam.
Your boy Midnight, man.
That wasn't my boy, fam. I was in a gang, Eliott.
You got out, man. It was tough.
I couldn't leave. I couldn't just leave the gang, bro.
The gang life.
Yo, this guy was crazy.
That's funny. Oh man, yeah. Don't steal people's poutine, guys. Don't put your hand in.
And if you're gonna steal it, use a fork.
Yeah.
Nutty.
Run away. Oh my gosh. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening. We will catch you guys next week.